Hello, today we're here to talk about the Windows desktop. This is specifically Windows 7, and I'm going to be talking about Windows XP a little bit. If you can figure it out in Windows 7, you can figure it out in Windows XP. So we're just going to go over one and go from there. Okay, we're going to start with the taskbar. The taskbar are the items all the way from the left to the right on the bottom of your screen. It includes a couple of different areas: the Show Desktop, Date and Time, System Tray, Quick Launch, and Start Menu. Now the Show Desktop in Windows 7 is just a little tiny gray area over towards the right hand side. If you are in XP, it is going to look like this, and it will be in your Quick Launch. If you don't see the Quick Launch in Windows XP, what you do is you right click on your taskbar, go to Properties, and right here in the first section on the taskbar, it will have a little place where you can say Show Quick Launch, and that's how you get that to show. Now the System Tray. If your machine is booting somewhat slowly from the time that the splash screen shows in Windows to the time it gets to your desktop, this could be the problem. If you have too many things in here, these are all the items that are going to run upon boot up. So if you have things in here that you really don't need, there are ways to get rid of it, and I'm going to show you that later in the semester. Okay, the Start menu. You can either get it by clicking or Control Escape. I obviously can't show you the keystrokes, but Control Escape is another way to get to it. If you do Alt Tab, it shows you everything that's running on your machine, and you can go through all of those and pick what you want. That is Alt Tab. Second thing I want to talk about is shortcuts versus showing on the computer. You notice this icon right here, it does not have an arrow. That means it is not a shortcut. If it has an arrow, like this one, it is a shortcut. I'm going to use my Quicken one since it has the information I want. I'm going to right click, go to Properties, and right there it shows you the path to where the actual executable is. That is usually how a shortcut is going to be seen. When it's shown on desktop, when you right click and go to Properties, especially on my computer, it gives you a lot of different information about the system. For instance, something that's very important that all of you need to know is how to find what operating system you have. Most of you know that you have Windows in front of you, but a lot of people don't know where to find out what exact operating system they have. This is how you do it. My computer, right click, Properties. It tells you the version, what system, service pack. It shows you your CPU speed, how many bits your operating system is, the name, and whether you have genuine Microsoft Windows. The genuine issue we're going to talk about in the ethics section and legalities section. It's a licensing structure for Windows, and we'll go over that later. And so if I go over to here and you right click on computer, you'll notice that Show on Desktop is highlighted. If I just drag it out here, you'll notice that it has an arrow. That is a shortcut. Go to Properties, and as you see, different set of information. So when you right click something that's shown on desktop versus right clicking on something with an arrow that is a shortcut are two different things. A shortcut, if you delete it, it does not delete the program, it just deletes the link to it. That's all it is. So you do not have to panic if you delete something with the arrow on it. The last thing on the Windows 7 desktop that's different from XP that comes with it are gadgets. You can just right click, go to Gadgets, and it has all sorts of cool little toys, and it actually adds pretty much nothing to the system, but it's just a bell and whistle they put on with Windows 7. Another thing you can do is change your screen resolution. If you need the icons to be bigger, something like this, that's where you make these changes. And that is it for desktop, System Tray, taskbar, and all that. Thank you.